Hey guys, welcome back to the Taking Notes podcast with me, your host, Fulawai. Today I filmed a podcast episode with my two friends, Carlos and Samuel, and I deleted the intro clip on accident, so that's why I'm filming it like this, but we played tennis first, went to Sonic, and then went to this random spot and just started filming. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. We talk about our personal life, our relationships, and a lot of philosophy questions that I've been personally pondering, and I kind of want to see other people's perspectives on them. So yeah, I definitely this episode is definitely just for the thinkers and for the thinkers. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys for another episode after. What do you guys do in your free time? Besides, I literally put it in my notes. Besides climbing for you.
Oh well, I do a lot of climbing though.
That's sad.
And that's it. Because how do you? Because
Okay,
never. Okay, yeah, you go first.
See, there are so many things that I do. It's hard to list them. I'm a very, very diverse individual.
Okay, he's on his phone 24/7. Is what it sounds like.
I play my cello, enriching myself musically. We love to do that. I read some books. Recently, I went on a trip to Half Price Books, and as I think Mr. Lay knows, I purchased a book called Fields, Charges, and Particles by MIT. It begins with an introduction to class.
Okay.
I play some video games every so often.
Really?
No,
Minecraft.
He plays Minecraft so much.
No, I
Yeah,
don't.
It's 24/7.
It's
And
not
he
24/7.
also does cello 24/7.
I wish. I need
that's
to do
it?
more
He
cello.
has 50 hours in a day.
How do y'all?
No.
Yeah. How does that take up the whole day?
No, I mean, okay. Are you done?
Okay, yeah. Carlos, you go.
Okay. If I don't have work,
Mhm.
I'm either trying to do a hangout, which usually doesn't happen like this.
Mhm.
This was fun. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's just climbing, work, and then learning of some kind. So it's either languages or the cajon.
Never
or...
physics though.
You guys are so productive. I love this.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
this
learn
productive.
physics sometimes.
Yeah.
No.
I don't have a book called whatever classical mechanics field theory.
It's not. I do have electrodynamics of fields and particles.
Also, if you
So I
guys
need to
didn't
read-
know,
It's complicated
these are very
because it starts
sciencey
off with
people,
special
especially
relativity
Samuel.
Samuel's a very
and then
sciencey
Lorentz
person.
transform,
He's
and I didn't know that
very
before, but now I do.
Okay, so since we're speaking of hobbies, I'll start with you, Carlos. How did you get into climbing? Because I feel like that's a unique sport.
In middle school,
Uh-huh.
what do you call it? One of my friends invited me to climb, and then the first day I liked it and I got a membership because it was just too fun.
Oh, what is fun about it? Because I don't see what's fun about it.
It's okay. I mean, it's just like any other sport or game. Certain people find it fun, certain people don't. But I just it's still physical activity,
Mhm.
while not just being brute strength, and it's kind of a puzzle sometimes,
Yeah,
and it's very non-traditional.
yeah, that's true.
And I also just like climbing. Climbing things is fun.
So, do you want to do that?
I agree.
Do you want to do that for college?
If I got
Being
a scholarship
climbing?
for it,
Mhm.
then I would. I'm gonna climb regardless throughout college.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't go to a college for climbing. Probably.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's even a college.
No, there is.
You're gonna make
What's your craziest climb moment?
We went to Horseshoe Canyon, which is in. Oh crap! I should know this. Is it in Arkansas?
Oh, nobody's ever heard of it.
Oh,
Is it in
crap.
Cali?
It's east. It's Jasper somewhere. It's super super nice. It's literally just a ranch.
Mhm.
There's horses and there's other stuff, and you can just
Ooh.
go pet them all.
Uh-huh.
And it was the middle of winter, and it was
Ooh.
30 degrees.
Yeah.
It was so fun though.
Yeah.
No, it was so fun.
that sounds-
It was. He understands nature.
Okay, now you, Samuel. How did you get into cello?
So there was a teacher in my elementary school, a woman. I forgot her name. Miss Neal, that was her name. She had a husband, and this husband is a renowned violinist. He plays for some Dallas chamber orchestra group, and he offered free lessons to the students at our school. And I was encouraged by my parents to do that,
Stop
and
laughing.
I did pick it up.
Unprofessional.
I'm sorry. Go.
The only problem was, he is a very skilled person when it comes to teaching college students, and that doesn't really apply to 6-year-olds. So he was kind of bad.
Unless
So
you're
I
a
hated
prodigy.
it. So when I joined the orchestra for my school, I chose a different instrument, and I chose the cello, and it just stuck.
So, what is the allure about? I think that's the word. What's the allure about cello?
Beauty. That's a $10
What's
word.
the allure about
That's not a
music?
$10 word.
About why is it,
It is
something
a
that's like?
form of artistic expression. It can sound very pretty. It can. You can play whatever you want. There's so much you can do on it.
That's true.
I mean, yeah, it's like the same question of like, why do you like painting instead of drawing or something?
No,
yeah, but
except-
just for
except
like, if you were like trying to convince someone that they should play cello, like, what would you say?
I
to them?
wouldn't, unless you want to. Don't.
Oh yeah, do you like climbing? How was y'all's climbing experience?
Overall positive.
Bro, he actually didn't even climb. Though.
I did.
I'm telling this story. I have the microphone right now, dude. The first time we went climbing was fine. He climbed like a little bit, which
Okay.
was fine. This was his first time. The second time, I was expecting them to climb more,
Mhm.
and instead, the whole time he was on my phone trying to convince people I was gay.
I was a little disappointed by how little I climbed, but next time.
Do you hear this guy?
He's like on a reality TV show.
I
Like,
have
give
learned
me a
from my
confessional.
mistakes.
Samuel, how was your trip to Japan? Can you talk about
It
that?
was a fascinating experience of cultural immersion.
Bro, speak English.
He's like ChatGPT.
My trip to Japan, it was excellent. It was organized by a group called KI Concerts. They do international tours of usually orchestral groups. They had a full itinerary for the whole week laid out for us. And it was things you won't do. Things you would never dream of doing.
Okay, hold the
You never
microphone
could-
to you.
Things you
getting
never
a little
could
personal
do.
never
right
do
now,
this.
Sam.
I'd say one of my favorite events was our joint concert with the students at the Rikoku University in Kyoto.
Ooh, that's kind of cool.
It was amazing. We got a tour of the university from the students. We had calligraphy lessons from the students. We listened to the
1700s.
students in their band because they don't have an orchestra because it's not a thing in Japan really. So my favorite moment was at the end. The students, we all paired up with each other. So I got another student from their school and we sat down on the floor. We did origami and we chatted.
Ooh.
And there's actually two
In
people.
English?
Yes, they tried. They were okay.
Did
It
you
was two
did you speak
17-year-olds. They were from the
Japanese?
band.
Did you speak any Japanese?
I speak no Japanese.
Were any of them cute?
Did you like get the normal phrases like thank you, goodbye, hi?
No.
Okay.
They need honestly because they have English classes there.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised that they haven't been held back in grades because they're pretty bad. Pretty bad.
What the heck? They're
No,
learning another
They
language.
weren't that bad.
Can we? I want to hear that in Spanish. Can we hear some?
No quiero. No.
Okay.
Great. They're learning a language that doesn't have.
No,
the
I didn't
alphabet
mean that. I
yet.
love them. They were so sweet. They were amazing.
Okay,
they
that's
were adorable,
nice.
quite frankly. I loved. That was my favorite moment, just chatting with them. It was very awkward though.
Oh, very nice. Would you
I
go
don't
back?
think that- yeah.
Would you go back?
Absolutely.
Would you live there?
Maybe.
Ooh.
I
Wait,
think,
did you
like,
go to?
Maybe.
Did you go to Tokyo?
I only flew in and flew out of Tokyo. I didn't have too
Oh.
much time. Because the whole week we were there was a set itinerary from the
Yeah.
KI
That's really
concerts.
lame.
It wasn't lame. It really
really
wasn't
lame.
lame.
Okay. Cool. Well, while we're on the topic of different cultures, you guys.
You call me white.
Yeah, I
He's
did.
not
say
actually
I'm
white.
white.
He's actually white. Anyways, you guys are both mixed, which I realize. So yeah, what's your mix? What's your
You're not being serious.
what's your flavor
not
mix?
What's your flavor? What's your flavor?
English, please.
What are you mixed
My
with?
flavor?
Tell the
Oh,
audience.
I don't know.
What's your culture?
Mi cultura. I'm gringo and colombiano.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So you're
And then
white
you
Colombians?
Carlos.
I got that. I'm Vietnamese and Honduran.
Okay. So do you guys feel like your culture has shaped your identity in
Absolutely,
a certain way,
110%.
like a specific way?
For him, yes.
How do you feel?
My being, it's just I feel so Colombian,
You just
that's
feel
it.
so Colombian.
and I'm going in 2 weeks. So
Did you always
Oh,
like?
you are going to
Man.
Colombia.
Did you
sorry.
always identify with
Yeah.
being Colombian?
Huh?
Did you always identify with being Colombian, like
Absolutely.
really strongly?
I identify more now, but yes, always.
Oh, okay.
It's always been a part of me.
Well, how about you?
I don't care, honestly.
You
Like, I
don't?
could be anything, and I wouldn't care. I just like the food.
Well, that's not what she asked.
Well, I mean, it
You
hasn't-
don't care about your race. That's not what she
No, I said like
No,
has it
hasn't
affected you in a
affected me,
certain
and I'm
way?
like, no. not
Because like
really.
some mixed people will feel like more of a certain race than another, or like they don't fit in with one race. 'Cause,
Like, the book in Miss Ashman's class.
which
No,
book?
yeah,
In my
yeah.
mother's tongue, was it?
My mother's
I don't know.
tongue is
Yeah,
the other
yeah.
one.
So have you guys ever felt that way?
But no.
A little
No.
I just like food.
Which like what is that for you, Samuel?
Disappointment that I don't know as much Spanish as I used to.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
But isn't it interesting also like when people are mixed or like when they're mixed with something white and like a race of color, they say the race of color instead of like I'm white.
Well, because white's like a blank. It's like a canvas. White is the canvas that you paint on.
What's the biggest way you guys have changed? What's the biggest way you guys have changed throughout high school?
Intellectual development. I'm much smarter now.
Okay, besides being smart and learning, like, is there like a mental way that you're like, dang, in middle school I wasn't like that?
Okay. I think for me, like, I was homeschooled freshman,
Yeah.
and then I came in sophomore and junior,
Mhm.
and I think it was just Developing better friendships.
Culture shock.
Culture shock was I've experienced plenty. Don't worry.
What do you mean developing better
Like,
friends?
Emotionally maturing.
Not even close.
Is that your answer?
Oh, is that your
I'm
answer?
answering for him.
Oh no,
Okay.
he's not answering for me.
Okay.
No, it's just like there's like so many more people now that I'm exposed to
Yeah.
that I can like feel more comfortable just picking my like 3.
That's called emotional maturity.
No.
Picking your 3
It's an
what?
aspect of it.
Sure.
Yes.
Huh?
Feel more comfortable picking your 3 what?
Best
Like
friends.
sure.
Oh, okay.
Or the people I'm close with.
Okay. So like when you were in when you were homeschooled, did you have a lot of friends?
I mean, I did because I still did like the climbing team, and I still had like church and stuff. but-
Yeah.
Sam, are you good?
I'm very good.
So basically, Carlos, you
Wow,
developed
the
deeper
thousands of
relationships
Yes.
coming to school. Okay, then what about you, Samuel? So you haven't changed since middle school?
No,
is
no,
your
no, no.
answer?
I absolutely have.
exact-
I promise you.
Yeah, I know you have. I think you've changed since freshman
Emotional
year.
maturity, absolutely.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean by emotional maturity? Because I feel like that
Intellectual refinement.
what do you mean by emotional maturity?
Emotional. What do you
No,
mean?
because
There's a
emotional
lot of
maturity can be
aspects of
like,
that.
because that
Are
can be
you
like
able
being
control
able to
your
under.
emotions more. Are you able to express them clearer?
Yeah, are you able to
No.
understand
No,
other people's
those
emotions?
are already sufficiently developed.
I don't know.
I don't think. So you guys are both mixed, but you guys also both have siblings.
Unfortunately, yes.
So I guess I'll start with Carlos. Actually,
Okay.
okay, we'll start with Samuel.
No, we won't.
Okay, we'll start with Carlos. How is your relationship with your sibling? You have one sibling, right?
Yeah, I have an older brother. but,
Okay, how is that?
Pretty much non-existent.
Okay.
I mean, like we're just chill.
Yeah. How much older is your brother?
He's 19.
19. Oh, that's not bad. So why is
Or
it
20.
non-existent? Because you are so close in
we
age.
just never hung out ever.
Oh.
Yeah, we just don't do stuff together besides climbing. But
Oh, he
I'd say
climbs
we're
too?
chill. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, purr.
Yo.
Would you want to be more closer with your brother?
Indifferent.
Indifferent, like sure, like whatever.
Yeah.
That,
I
do you
think
think
it
he
will
would?
happen. So I'm like looking forward to that eventually. But
Yeah. Do you think he feels the same way?
I have no clue.
And like, what would you do to like get closer with him? Like, would you actively try to be like, you want to hang out like Saturday, like just,
Sure.
or like,
Yeah,
it's
probably
just whatever?
eventually.
Yeah. So why not start now?
I mean, I kind of do. Like, I'll
Mhm.
go shopping with him, or we'll try to climb together.
Uh-huh.
But,
You'll, like,
just not
get
that
on his
close yet.
back and, like-
I do not just get on his back.
Samuel, your question.
But before we start, I would like to ask Carlos another question. When was the last time you saw Samuel?
You're not the interviewer.
No, no,
Samuel.
I'm asking you. When was the last time you
It
saw
was like
Samuel?
yesterday. He lives at our house.
Yesterday.
Who's
He
Samuel?
lives at your house and you didn't see him today.
Samuel's my brother's name.
Oh. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, we're both brothers. We're both.
Oh,
yeah,
we're
us two. I
Oh.
hate this
I love you.
guy. Okay.
okay. Samuel.
Okay, so I'm not gonna.
Also, preface: Samuel hates his brother.
Absolutely. I'm not gonna talk too much about this, but I
Yeah.
would say overall, very similar emotions to Carlos, or not emotions, similar situation as Carlos, where I am not very close to him, and quite frankly, I don't wish to be.
Yeah.
Sure that I'm messing up.
You
your
guys
title.
are.
I was already messed up.
You're
Disdain is the most accurate term for how I feel.
Do you love these words? That's a $10 word.
What about you guys' parents?
about them?
How's y'all's relationship with your parents?
Same situation. Like, not close.
Is that like a cultural thing?
No.
Because I feel like some cultures are like not very
Yeah, and I
like
feel like
the
the
relationship
culture
with their
stems from-
parents isn't like brother and sister.
No,
like, some
but-
are more.
Both of my parents' cultures, like, they have like big families.
Yeah.
They do
Mhm.
big family
Especially
hangouts.
Latin American cultures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're all like big family, but just like that's just how our family.
Yeah. It's very like strictly parent.
It feels very business-like.
Yeah.
Almost.
Fascinating.
Okay.
Business-like. That's not how I would describe it.
Well,
I feel my relationship with my father's is normal for two white men. My relation with my mother is
You're not
normal
white.
for two Hispanic people. It's as you would expect based on our respective ethnicities.
Okay. Are you guys siblings? Are you
Yes.
very different from each other?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Polar opposites.
Oh,
Very.
how's your brother different from you?
He's like the energy of like a party guy,
Oh,
but he just can't go to parties.
Wait, is he like a frat person?
He gives off that energy, but you need to calm down, child.
You really?
but he like doesn't do that.
That's scary.
So he's getting more chill. as
Okay.
life happens.
Remind me of the question.
Are your
What is your
siblings-
like? What is your sibling
Polar
like?
opposite, completely different.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
gonna lie. He's
Is it-
stupid. He's ugly. He
Okay.
doesn't think about
Oh,
anything.
you're all the same in that way.
No, we're not. Absolutely.
Okay,
He
I think now we're
doesn't
just trash talking
really
our
speak.
siblings.
He
feel like
wastes
you're just
his
trash talking
time.
your sibling.
I am, but I'm honestly trash talking.
That
Okay.
doesn't stop it from being trash talking.
Okay, Carlos, I have a question
Yo.
for you. So, You're very religious, which I found out last year. So
I'm religious.
what, like,
Very?
how
What'd you
did
say,
you grew up religious, right? Like your parents got you into
I'm not
that.
the only- oh. Yes.
So what is your relationship with your religion today, or like how has it grown since your parents just
Well, it's
kind
like,
of forced you into it?
I mean, it's kind of like a. You're right. Force you into it.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, but parents do that.
That's how that is.
Yeah.
But like there's definitely a period of like, why the heck am I believing in this?
Mhm.
Whereas like kind of gained consciousness was like, I don't know why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Like it's just because of my parents, right?
Mhm.
Like, so it's just, I'd say I'm still in that now.
Mhm.
I'm not forcing myself to believe. I'm Christian, so
Yeah.
you know, just God.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say I'm figuring it out. is
You're
what it
just like
is.
questioning more than you used to. Then,
Yeah.
basically.
Which I don't think is a bad thing either.
Yeah, I
'Cause
don't
I'm not
think so.
like, it's not like I'm with most of the Christian values, I still like believe in them. I would act like a Christian whether or not I was, basically.
Yeah.
From what I know of it, I would act like it no matter what. And
Yeah.
I think I'm figuring out like the actual faith part in believing.
hmm
But I mean, like, that's a lifelong struggle. I'm
Definitely.
not beating myself up over that.
Yeah.
This guy is the biggest Christian I know.
Absolutely love Jesus.
Um.
On a serious note, I was raised Catholic.
You were?
I was. Yes.
Are you Catholic?
No.
Oh.
By choice, which I think we know why. Pretty obvious. Yeah, that's it.
Are you still Catholic? Like, do
I
you
think
still
so.
identify
Catholic,
very
no.
strong?
He's not
Do
Catholic.
you go to church?
No.
Oh, okay. That's honestly relatable.
I go to church.
I
I
didn't
know.
know that.
You didn't?
No, that was sarcastic. I absolutely knew that.
Oh. I thought
So, I asked this in the Serenity episode, but do you, like, when you're struggling, do you find yourself, like,
I remember this
praying?
question.
Yeah. Do you find yourself, like, praying to God or, like, leaning on God?
No.
In
Which
that
I
way?
think comes back to the fact that it's hard to pray to something you don't believe in.
Yeah. Or, like, you
Or
question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
This is
I think your
very
answer is
interesting.
no.
What about
I think
you?
that my answer is no.
Okay, so
No?
answer is no.
I pray to myself.
I
I
that's
pray to
Honestly,
I
that's
remember when you
ironic.
keep telling me to be humble?
Einstein.
Remember when you keep saying to be humble?
Well, because you need to be humble.
Pray
Be
to
humble.
myself.
You're very vain.
Sit down. Samuel, so how do you guys cope? If you,
Cope?
like, you don't lean on religion, so, like, if you're, like, struggling with something, like, what do you guys... Like, a lot of people would lean on religion, like, or, like, I know God will get me through this or whatever. So, what do you guys do?
This is a very interesting question, which I'm not going to answer right now.
Okay.
You cry into your pillow because of your allergies.
No,
Because your allergies?
you are,
I make
you
him.
are my
I make him cry into his pillow every night.
at least
That's
5
nice.
times.
That's a good release.
One
Or you could
day,
just
my
poop.
record, I gave him 15
I think it
reasons
was
to cry.
17.
Oh, 17 reasons
17
to
or
cry
19?
that
No, it was
day.
19. It was 19.
It was
19 reasons why.
Is that a
Alright.
movie?
It's a
There's
show.
13
Do you
reasons
watch 19? Oh.
I saw that.
You were too confident
There was
there.
a show called 13 Reasons Why. It was about a girl. Her name
No! Do not
Hannah-
start giving us a summary.
No, come on.
Hannah
come on.
Parker.
I'm interested. I'm
She
interested.
she was an exchange student. She moved to a new school. At this new school, she was not white woman, but she was.
What's your answer?
Honestly, I don't think I've had like a really bad season for a long time. I have a
Extra.
lot of like routines and stuff that like keeps me at a consistent level that I like to be. So I've never like had a bad moment in like many years
Yeah.
or a bad season.
What are these routines?
At like 10, I just mainly stopped texting people except for one
Sometimes.
person. Shut up.
I think it's silly.
And then I just like shower, normal hygiene stuff, and then I like stretch and then do whatever learning I want to do that night. But I'm just like
Huh.
off my phone as much as I can, and I'm just like, since I do it every night, it kind of like stabilizes where I need to be, and then I'm always able to fall asleep really quick. So it's just
How do you have
nice.
energy to learn at night? Like,
I
aren't you
just
tired?
don't. Well, I think getting 8 hours of sleep that is
guess
really
not
good
real learning.
always helps. And what do you mean it's not real
What are you
learning?
doing? Languages? No.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
How do you stay disciplined with this routine? Like, is it just like a natural thing, or
I don't.
So what I do is lots of Adderall.
I've never had Adderall.
I haven't either.
good
You
job,
wanna get
guys? I've never had cocaine.
Me too.
Okay.
No, but I feel like it wasn't natural, but it's just like build up over time.
Mhm.
I feel like a lot of my childhood,
Childhood.
a lot of my adolescence, big
Mhm.
words, like kind of just helped me shape like my mindset and who I am today. So
Mhm.
it's like kind of flowed into just being able to just do what I need to do.
Mhm. With
It got a worm. Oh, it got a worm.
Ew.
What? It's a bird.
You being very religious, do you
Ew.
think that's helped? Like,
No.
your strict, it has
Would you
it?
say? Okay, she
'Cause
keeps
don't you
saying
have to follow, like, a-
She keeps saying you're very religious. Would you say that is true? The very part?
Oh yeah, are you very
No.
religious? You're not?
I'm-
I thought you were.
I'm very knowledgeable about Christianity just due to my upbringing,
Mhm.
but I wouldn't say like having faith is like one of the biggest parts, and I
That's true.
don't have that. I'm very invested in continuing to learn about the religion.
Yeah.
Like I want to go to church. I'm not doing it
Yeah.
because my parents forced me to, but I'm not deeply religious.
Yeah. When was the last time you guys cried? Or when? Yeah. When was the last time you cried?
Last night to my pillow 19 times. I don't know. It wasn't that long ago, but it was some time ago.
Okay.
Less than a year?
Absolutely.
Less than half a year? Less than
Within the month.
within this month?
Absolutely.
Or within like
That's
a
nice.
month's time?
Well, I mean, that's basically the same thing.
Almost.
When was the last time you cried? Because you said you're literally like.
It
Always
was
happy
a
or
couple
whatever.
years ago.
Oh my.
Oh, I
And
remember.
is it because you don't want to cry or because you just don't have a reason to?
I don't have a reason to. Hold up.
That's insane. You have a video? Oh.
No, I don't have a video of me crying.
Some people do that.
Yeah, some people do that. Where do you see yourself when you're 30?
In Geneva, Switzerland, at CERN doing research at the Large Hadron Collider.
Bro is there.
Okay.
They're currently doing that.
Carlos, where do you see yourself in 30 years?
That's a great question. I don't know what the career path is for me. I'm going to be a research professor somewhere, but I don't have a like.
Professor.
For what? Physics, right?
Yes.
Do you have a specialized field of physics?
Theoretical.
Why are you interested in
Electric
theoretical
quantum
particles?
dynamics,
All right,
dynamics,
theor-
M theory. There's lots of things.
Theoretical, because like, based on what I know, which is very limited, I'm not
Mhm.
very invested into like a certain track yet.
Mhm.
Is that I just like
Nice.
thinking. Like I love thinking, but it seems more like a I can just sit down and think, and I won't have to like do an experiment in the lab, which I do love. But I don't know. I would rather just like sit on the floor and stare at the ceiling for like 3 hours thinking.
So why don't you do philosophy?
I really did consider it because
Mhm.
I did want to be a therapist for some time, and then I realized that I don't want to be a therapist.
You did?
That would
Yeah.
be so
That's insane.
fun as you a therapist.
Wait, why don't you want to be a therapist?
Because he can't be a therapist. No, I'm just kidding. You could be an excellent therapist.
I feel like there's a lot of things I would want to say I would not legally be allowed to.
That's true.
It's much easier to just be a friend and be able to tell you that, hey, you're being stupid right now.
That's true.
Fix yourself.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
So, do you remember that one time in chemistry where you asked my opinion on free will?
Yo, yeah.
Okay, well, I
To
didn't.
me.
Yeah, sorry.
Hi.
But you can. Okay. What are your opinions on free will? Because I didn't really know what you meant by that then, but
Okay.
now I'm like curious. Like,
All right. I'm a stupid high schooler, so
You
that's my
very-
disclaimer.
Very, very.
But I'm trying to think outside of religion right now.
uh huh.
But yes, okay. I think it's just the ability for us to make choices that actually aren't going to already happen. That actually make
that's
a
interesting.
difference.
That's
Because to me, there's either
Self-contradictory
predetermined. No, it's either predetermination, which
Uh-huh.
is everything's already planned, it's going to happen,
Mm-hmm.
or it's not, so we can change something.
Yeah.
And to me, that's free will, the ability to change something.
And so you say we do have free will?
I have no clue. I
Wait,
say
wait.
right now we don't, because I think if we keep going deeper into science and like
Mhm.
chemistry and physics, we're gonna be able to eventually predict more and more. Like, and at some point, I feel like we will be able to just know.
It
Yeah.
all goes back to those dang uncertainty principles. The delta x delta
I
p
know.
greater than or equal to h
like,
bar over
I,
2
blah,
pi.
blah, blah. We don't like have it yet, but
No,
I-
we never.
I feel like-
likely, never
yeah,
directly.
most likely. But there has to be something that's like
observer-
choosing
the observer
where
effect.
things are going. It's
The
not
observer
random.
effect.
It's not random.
Yeah.
There has to be something. So I feel like that
Why can't
something
it be
is not
random?
us.
Would you?
Why can't it be random?
What's randomness?
Exactly.
Yeah, what's randomness?
You can't tell me it can be if you don't know what it is.
If you can have random, then that means that it's not predetermination.
Can you?
You can't. I feel like
on a
you can.
macroscopic.
Do you feel
scale.
like you
No,
can or can't?
I feel like you cannot have random
Why?
because nothing is random. Like
on a macroscopic
how?
scale in the world
Because,
we
like-
live in, truly random.
truly random as in like you can't predict given enough factors like what's gonna happen. Like if you roll a dice, if you knew like the state of every like I don't know force acting on the dice,
Mhm.
you could predict what it would land on.
That's
Like, it is
true.
random
I guess.
in the event, but it's not random in like you know what could happen.
It's chaotic, not random.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, I like that. That was good. Chaotic, not random. Would you want it like the future to be where it's like you can predict very easily what would happen?
No,
No.
I would want free will. I would want there to be like
Okay.
for us to be able to change, for it to not to be predictable.
I think that's a good answer.
And so, what do you think, Samuel?
About what?
Do you think we have free will? Okay.
What is my perspective? My perspective is that I don't know,
Okay.
and that if anyone says they do know, they're dumb, stupid, and ugly.
Okay. That's nice. When you said you're trying not to connect to religion, Carlos, what do you mean by that?
I think a lot of people say like well, it was God's plan to that it was God's plan for it to happen, and then that's just as valid as my reason, right? Like that it may be random or it may not be.
Yeah.
Like, but I didn't want to include that as my opinion because that one wasn't mine. But if
Yeah.
people have that, like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's following their religion. They probably should have that.
Yeah. So you were in a relationship last year.
Yeah.
What did you learn from that? Like, what was your biggest lesson?
Oh, actually, a lot.
Because I don't know. I didn't know any of your perspective. on
Really?
it. Yeah. And also, it was really unexpected for me. And I think a lot of people. So what are some of the lessons that you learned from that
Okay,
about
well,
like
I
relationships?
just learned a lot about like what it means to be in a relationship, and also like what I like in a relationship or in a person. Like,
yeah.
I don't regret going into that because I think I learned a lot, even though I think I did a really bad job at being a boyfriend.
Yeah. Well, I'm not
I was about to say,
with
like,
that. I'm not agreeing with that.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't
agree with
actually
that.
know a lot about y'all's relationship actually, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's like a thing that people do. Like when they get in their
and
first relationship,
it
it's
was
like,
also my first relationship.
Yeah.
I feel like I did okay, and then did bad,
Mhm.
and then yeah,
So what would you have changed?
not get into it.
Mhm.
Like,
but you said,
because I know now with her, it would never have worked.
yeah.
So if,
But
you, if
I-
you could not do it, would you like if you could go back and make it not?
If I
Yeah.
would keep the knowledge I have now, yes.
well,
but
that's
because-
impossible.
I think it was worth learning all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would go into it again if I like had to travel back and like lost all my memories. I would
Mhm.
do that again. But now I know that would not have worked.
Yeah. So if you were to get into another relationship, like what would you be like? Okay, I need to have this because like I learned this from my last relationship. Like I need to have this before, so I can know that
Very
this would last.
Clearly state like what are just some things that you cannot live with / really want, because I feel like it's really easy to just go fast and
Yeah.
then come into those like hard stops later. What do people call them? They're not red flags, or like
Non-negotiables.
hard rules. Oh yeah, sure, non-negotiables.
okay.
Right? And yeah, just be very upfront with those.
Yeah.
And then also just go slower.
Yeah.
I was dumb. I was very
Yeah,
young.
but I mean, it was your first relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Samuel, what about you? Like, what is your view on
How's your first
relationships?
Honestly, what do you mean?
Like, you've never been in a relationship. Would you
It's a
want to be in a
bold
relationship?
assumption.
Would
That's
you
a bold
wanna-
assumption.
would you-
I think we all know the answer to this.
Would you want to be in a
I think we know
Who
relationship?
wants to?
Yes.
Yes.
Right now,
With the right person.
with the right
Well,
person.
yeah.
No standards.
What are your standards, Samuel?
That's a very good question.
Bro, he literally
Obviously-
wants a millionaire.
No,
who
no,
is
no, no, no.
12 years
I
old
told
and-
you. They can't be stupid. Like
No,
literally,
the
if it's
list
a,
goes on. Yeah,
if it's a stupid person, I will kill myself. As well as an ugly person. No, I just wouldn't get into it because ugly
Yeah.
people. Well, I would
Personality.
I would like a hot person, but it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
As long as you're not ugly.
Yeah.
Because at this point,
Who's your celebrity crush?
which one? There's so many full on. It's a
There are-
stupid,
Yeah, who's your
stupid
top? Your
question.
number one?
If you know, you know.
Is it
I don't know. You-
Is it Drake?
I've sent you. I have sent you.
Wait, who? Yeah, is it BBL Drizzy?
Who? Who? That sounds like a made up person. Like
It
a
kinda-
Gen
but-
Alpha slang. That's what it sounds like.
Alpha slang?
Gen Alpha slang. As in the young.
That actually does.
the
sound like
youngins.
That does like who's your celebrity crush? Do you have a celebrity crush?
I think people are
I think you
more
know. I think you know.
attractive. I think people are more attractive.
What do you mean people?
Like,
He
Rather than
prefers
cele-
real people.
yeah, okay.
But she didn't ask me who's your real person crush. She said who's your celebrity crush.
And I'm still answering the
So
question.
leading
Yeah.
I'm answering
Samuel?
the question.
Helping you get there.
Okay.
Helping you get there.
So right in kindergarten, basically, I was thinking. No, but I think
have
just like
actually.
people I actually know are more attractive.
Yeah, I guess. Did you say your what are your standards in a relationship?
I think we first have to have a good personality in
Mhm.
the sense that we have to be able to be friends before
Yeah.
we've dated.
Best friends to lovers.
So would you want to date someone you know before and
What?
then go into a relationship, or just start off with a
Probably. Well, I'm not gonna
Oh.
randomly go up to someone and say, "Hey, can I date you?" Like,
But like
You wanna
I think he
have
means
that-
like
you wanna
going
have
on
that
a date
friendship.
like
You wanna
with
have that
those
friendship.
intentions first. I don't know.
no, I
Yeah,
would
I wouldn't do that.
try to be a friends with someone
Yeah, that's what I
first,
just said. You'd want to have that friendship first.
Yeah. and then pretty independent,
Yeah.
or not even pretty independent, just not.
Codependent.
Yeah,
Yeah. I get that.
you got the words.
Yeah. Okay, this is another philosophical question. So I was reading this book called The Silent Patient, do you think that because people are abused like as a child, so like say someone is abused as a child and they go and like commit a murder or something like that, do you think that those people deserve more like mercy because as a child, like the thing that caused them to murder someone wasn't really in their control? Like sometimes people will be like, we'll rule this off as a psychological disorder because like they murdered someone because they're crazy. But like, what if they were that way because their parents also had like psychological problems? What do you guys think? Like, do you think that they deserve more mercy because of that, or not? Because I was really confused. I was like, I don't know.
You want to put in your?
Because also at a certain point,
Then I can
If she
put in
does
10.
shut up, she's not.
also at a certain point, it's like you can't give them like so much where they just keep like.
Why not? I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just.
I mean,
saying.
if they keep like committing like crimes against people that are hurting other people, it's like, I mean, yeah, it wasn't your fault that you turned out that way, but
I think
what do you think?
I think I think the law is based on the situations of like whatever act was committed,
Mhm.
and the previous things that may have led into that are not considered or should not be
Mhm.
considered.
Why?
So, well, because if you did a murder, you did a murder.
That's true.
It doesn't matter, like, to me.
Mm-hmm.
It does matter in terms of your person and like how we should treat you, but it
Yeah.
doesn't matter in terms of the fact that you didn't do a murder.
So you think yes? No, you think it shouldn't play a role?
I think it shouldn't play a role.
Okay, that's interesting. So say it was like less of an extreme, like abusing and murder and whatever. Say it was like
Petty theft.
no, like yeah, or something like that.
robbing from a convenience store.
Wait, no, how would that? I don't know how that would be influenced by your well, say like you were in a relationship with someone and like their parent was like a narcissist and or whatever, I don't know. And they treat you really bad. But it's because their parent treated them really bad.
You don't have an opinion? Okay.
But not like kill you bad, but like yeah, would you be like I would be more patient with them?
I think any experience that anyone's gone through, even if it's not something as like serious as an abusive parent or anything,
Mhm.
you have to take that into consideration whenever you deal with them as a human,
Yeah.
as a friend or whatever. Like, it would be in bad taste for me to make really homophobic jokes to Sam and say that you're gay.
To anybody.
But it would be more to you, especially if you had past trauma
I
about
feel like
that.
you already do.
Sorry, my storage ran out, guys.
All right,
Okay.
basically, before the storage runs out, with the people I've known who have like divorced parents or previously abusive parents or some kind of childhood trauma,
Mhm.
a lot of them, I'd say a higher ratio than not, will grow up to be like really, really sweet, like thoughtful people. Very thoughtful.
I think I noticed that too.
But also, like, my sample size is like, 7, which is not a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's actual stats for that. That's just a
Yeah.
trend I realized for me.
The
Yeah.
only person I
That's
can think
actually-
of in that situation is the exact opposite.
Oh.
I wouldn't say a name,
You
but
just don't know.
no, I do know. He's a psycho.
No, because there's someone you know who's really nice.
Okay, that's the end of the podcast.
Okay, bye. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good. Oh, can you guys say subscribe and you say like, and then we'll say
Unsubscribe.
bye.
Unsubscribe
Okay,
as
ready,
much as
say,
possible.
go. I think we're done with this podcast. Do you have anything to say? Go. My sword's gonna run
Bye,
out.
nerds.
Like and subscribe.